Today to review this thing, we're going to film part 4 of the best 308 round. This is Adrian with Review This Thing. So the fact that this is part 4 lets you know there is a part 1, 2, and 3. So if you haven't watched those videos, when you finish this one, go check those out too. You guys have done such a great job of telling us other rounds that we should definitely give a try. So when we find them, we want to pick them up and just see how they shoot out of this gun. Now today I'm going to be using the same setup that I've used on the other ones, and that is this CVA Cascade in 308. We have a ton of other videos on this gun if you're interested in it, and it's set up with my Hawk endurance scope, also a video on that. And then on the end we have the Area 419 Hellfire brake, and there's a video on that also. And if you've seen those videos, you know that what we're going for with this test is not so much accuracy in terms of location, as well as accuracy in terms of groups. It's sighted in for a whole different round than any of these, so we're just gonna shoot them, see what kind of groups we get, and then go from there. Let's do it. So if you watched part 2, I think, you saw us shoot the Remington Core Lokt in 180 grain. So I wanted to let the old trusty Core Lokts have a chance at redemption. So I found a box of 150 grain, just regular Core Lokts. So we're gonna shoot those and see how they fare. Let's go top right. Okay, it's a little low, but as I said, it's not really sighted in for this round, so let's see.
A little left.
So that was not super close to the first one. Let's see how number 3 does. Well, that kind of looks like the same hole as the first one, potentially. Let's do one more, just to see if it was me on that. There is always the potential for human error. And that's touching the other one. So I will say, I think the 150 grain got some redemption. That is a much better group than the 180 grain. All right, let's go. Okay, you saw how the regular Core Lokts did. I've seen these tipped Core Lokts. My friend Hootie Hoo actually shoots a lot of these and does lots of videos. I figured, you know what? We'll see if the new ones fare any better also. So let's see how they do. Let's go top left. Number 2. Those aren't too terribly far apart. Shooting left, but not a big deal. All right, number 3. Sweet, 2 of those are touching too. Pretty good group out of those Core Lokt tips. Pretty happy with those actually. See what's next. Okay, we got 2 rounds down. The next one is the Barnes Vor-Tx, and these are also 150 grain. We shot the 168 grain in another video, so I wanted to get the 150 grain and see how they did. One thing I'm really interested to see is the 168 grain Barnes shot like crazy left, so just interested to see if this one will also shoot left. Let's see. Bottom left. Actually, let's go bottom right in case it does shoot way left. Way left and way down. Whew, that one's not even on the target. I hope that wasn't me. Let's see. Nope, they're pretty close together. Again, we're not looking for how close it is to the center, but how close they are to each other. And those are actually pretty close. They're just nowhere near where I'm aiming. So let's see number 3. Yeah, actually pretty good group. They're just really far left and low, but it's a really good group actually, I think. Okay, now we are going to shoot the Nosler Ballistic Tip 150 grain. I have never shot Nosler ammunition, but you guys mentioned that this was a really good one I needed to try, and it's 150 grain, so hopefully it'll do well. Let's see. We're going to go bottom left. Pretty far left. That same hole?
Yeah, that or fairly immediately left of it.
Let's try one more. So it's also a pretty decent group of those Nosler 150 grain ballistic tip. We're getting into a bit of a conundrum because there's several rounds that are doing pretty good. We've got to figure out which one we're gonna hunt with. Okay, for our final load, you guys asked if I had shot any full metal jacket ones out of it in the test, and we just happened to have this box, PMC Bronze. It had not done a fantastic job when we first shot it, but I haven't shot it in quite a while, so let's see how it goes. Dead center. That is very far off. All right, so there you go. I just wanted to shoot these because I'd been asked about them. That was not a super fantastic group, but I'm not going to be hunting with these, but I just wanted to show you how they did. So we came down here to look at the target and kind of see a little bit closer look at the results we got. Here's where I started with those 150 grain, just regular Core Lokts. It's a pretty wide group. Obviously, I was able to touch those two and those two, so either way, not terrible, much better than the 180 grain. Then we came over here and shot those tipped Core Lokts, and those actually did really well. I'm pretty pleased with that. Obviously, I'd like to tighten that up some even more, but not too bad. Then I came way over here to shoot the barns because I was thinking they might be left because the other ones were, and they obviously were. Actually, again, a pretty decent little group. And then we shot those Noslers. Again, left and low, but pretty decent little group. All these I would definitely like to tighten up some, but then we finished with these PMC. You can see why, one of the reasons we don't hunt with those. So now the question is, which round do I hunt with? Do I keep hunting with the old trusty one I've been hunting with, or do I switch to maybe the Noslers or the Core Lokt tips or the barns? Let me know what you think. If you've watched all 4 videos, which round would you hunt with? Put it in the comments below. Thanks for watching our best 308 round part 4 video. While you're here, make sure you go watch all those other videos we talked about. Give them a thumbs up if you like them. If you really like them and you haven't yet, please consider subscribing. Also, while you're here, make sure you follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Check out reviewthisthingtv.com, and you can listen to our podcast on most of your favorite platforms.